So here I go at Kaiser, right? Still a little tired. My body ain't feeling too good. I still just had that short dose that I told you I had early that morning. You know what I mean? But like I say, I'm determined. You know what I mean? I know I need this help, and Mama's back there praying on me, and my life is all fucked up, and I can't hardly fuck it up no more. So I got to get this help. I'm still not gonna let this devil or this sick ass insane mind of mine turn me away today. You know what I mean? There's still a little daylight left, and hey, I got to stay with some kind of plan on recovery. So I goes up there, and I'm in Kaiser now. And, hey, my insurance or the plan that I'm under qualifies me for this chemical dependency program, right? Oh wow, that makes me feel a little bit better. You know what I mean? So, God damn, now what I got to do? You know what I mean? Well, still talking to the information center. You know what I mean? This receptionist sitting down there talking to me. And, she gives me this brochure, you know what I mean, with the chemical dependency address and a phone number and all of this, you know what I mean? Hey, I'm already at the Kaiser facility, but Kaiser got 3 or 4 facilities around this particular area. Now, I'm at the wrong one to get all the information I need before I can get into the plan. So now I got the brochure in my hand and the phone number and all of that, right? So, hey, this place is still open. Like I said, it's still maybe 4 or 5 o'clock, but the place stays up until 6 or 7, right? So I goes to the meet to the first phone booth I see. You know what I mean? I calls up Kaiser. What's the name of this place? It's Kaiser Chemical Dependency officers. You know what I mean? So hey, I got a counselor on the telephone. I'm running Yang down to her. You know what I mean? I'm telling her that hey, my name is Norman, and I like to come over there and find out about the program. Matter of fact, I need a lot of help, and hey, I need to come over there. You know what I mean? It's too late in the evening for her to see me that particular day, so she says she gives me an appointment. Tells me that they got an excellent outpatient thing going on, and usually they can usually help most of the people that comes through the facility on an outpatient situation. You know what I mean? Hey, like she's a real live counselor. You know what I mean? She's used to these type of telephone calls. So after the experience I had down with the Veterans Administration, I can't go too fast and can't lay too much truth on this lady right now. So I just goes into that insane bag. You know what I mean? I goes into that suicidal state of mind. You know what I mean? Hey, miss, hey, I'm all messed up. I need to talk to the counselor. I don't need I know an outpatient program. I need an inpatient. I need a detox before I blow my goddamn head off. And I need some help. I need some help now. Well, Mr. Gray, we know all we can do is talk to you today. We can't admit you into no hospital today. It takes the doctor to examine you and see how the extent of your mental capacity and how you feel today and all of that kind of stuff, you know. But hey, you can come on down here and we can we can fill the paperwork out and get it all in motion and get you all squared away to see the doctor, but you won't be able to see the doctor till tomorrow because it's too late now, and he's the only one that can get you admitted into the hospital. Hey, you know that's some kind of good news to me anyway. You know what I mean? Even though I'm all sick and my mind is all clogged up, full of these goddamn problems, and the only real thing I got to hold on to is my mama sending me that money up here to help me get squared away. So I hangs the telephone up after telling the lady real politely, you know, okay, make me an appointment for tomorrow. You know what I mean? And I'll be over there tomorrow to fill out all the paperwork and to talk to the doctor. You know, like now it's about 6 or 7 o'clock in the evening. You know what I mean? It's time for a hit of wine. It's time for a hit of that garbage out there. You know what I mean? Because I'm feeling bad now. You know what I mean? And the last thing that the counselor told me, that Mr. Gray, try not to drink too much or try not to use too much enough because we can't accept people that's under the influence too highly. You know what I mean? Like that's just one of the rules of the program. So okay, you know, hey, with that little bit of inspiration and that little bit of help that she gave me and let me know that hey, I got another chance to get some recovery in my mind. You know, at least to get into a recovery program, and that I was gonna have to get my rap together again to try to convince this doctor that I got to be in this intake instead of this outtake program. Because right now, outtake ain't gonna do a goddamn thing for me. Because I got to dry up first before I can even think about the road to recovery. You know what I mean? I got this much sense. due to my previous experience in this 27 years of dealing with this addiction and these habits of mine and this insane ass thinking and all the other things I done in my life, that I know I got to drive first at least 5-6 days so a little bit of sanity can come back to me, you know what I mean, so I can even function as a human being, a halfway sober human being or halfway straight human being. I know I ain't gonna never be straight, but I can function a little bit better when I'm not physically dependent on this kind of shit. So I commenced on coming on home. I done hung up now and got in the LW again. You know she fires up for me every time I hit her. Boom! I'm riding on home now. Liquor store on the way. You know, I got to stop and get the short dog. That old $18, $19 I had, that's been wiggling on down now, maybe $6 to $7. You know what I mean? Had to put some gas in the tank, put over $5 in the gas tank. Now I got about $7, $8. You know what I mean? It's late Monday evening. I ain't got enough money for no hit, so I'm gonna drown my sorrows in the short dog. You know what I mean? And just wait on tomorrow. Now I'm coming back here waiting on the plan for tomorrow. You know what I mean? I got to get the plan together today for the plan for tomorrow, so when I go in front of these people, I can lay this goddamn truth on them. And they got to help me, because this ain't the Veteran Administration. This is my job insurance now. These people can't turn me away like that. I'm not going to allow these people to turn me away. So like I say, I come on home with my short dog, the children home now. You know, how you doing, Daddy? You know, I don't feel too good. You know, I was not drunk or nothing, but I stumbled on into the bedroom, you know, to my solitary confinement room back here, you know, shut the door and commenced on smoking my cigarettes and drinking my short dog, you know what I mean? And like I say, I'm a little sorry, but I'm feeling real sorry for myself, like I've been in the last 3 or 4 days, and even more so now, but I got a little glimpse of hope, you know what I mean? And my life right now, you know, with Mama running around getting me some money, and with the program telling me I got to come down there tomorrow and see the doctor and convince these counselors that I need help immediately, you know what I mean? So, like I say, I'm feeling a glance better, you know what I mean? Not physically better, but a little teeny better. That's all the word I can use now, just a little teeny bit better. My brain is still all fucked up with all these bills and all, but the thought of Mama getting some snaps together is going to really, you know, take care of most of them, you know what I mean? So I go on to sleep, you know what I mean? I really don't go to sleep. I pass out. I don't nod out this particular time because I ain't got no boogie in me, you know what I mean? I just got this sauce. So I go on and pass out, drink myself on out the misery, you know? So, that's Tuesday morning now, you know, I'm up. Same old time, you know my routine by now. You've been listening to me for about an hour and a half. 5:30, something to 6, I'm up, gonna get my little short dog. Selling my stomach on down, you know, go through my morning ritual, throw it up in the morning, shitting half my ass on the toilet, the other half of me in the goddamn zinc, you know what I mean? So like I say, I'm sick and tired of this now. I'm looking in the mirror, I'm sick and tired of Norman, you know, so like I say, you know, I got a little bit of faith now. I got a little something to work with, because I know I got this doctor appointment. So I hang around till the children get ready to go to school, you know what I mean? Again, backing up just a little teeny bit, I know I got to take another day off from work, because the program, the counselor wants to see me at 9 o'clock in the morning. So as I get my short dog, I wait about 6:15, 6:30 or so, somebody's on the job, and call my foreman up again, you know, hey man, I'm still feeling a little bad, and I won't be in today, you know what I mean? I got 2-3 days accumulated sick time on the book, so like I say, it ain't no big thing, you know what I mean, for me to take some time off, even though they're not used to me taking the time off due to the responsibility I have on the job, you know what I mean? I can't hardly miss consecutive days, because it seems like me being a shop steward, when I miss one day, the whole goddamn place just goes apart. That's just some more of my bullshit, you know what I mean? But I felt like that a lot of times with all the stress of the job done to me. You know, it's the kind of job where you got to stay on top of things. You got to stay on top of people, places, and things down on that waterfront, you know, because things could go haywire at any minute. And with me being so used to being there all the time, I could address the issue as soon as I seen it going on, because I've learned in my insane ways of life that the best way to stop a problem is don't let it create, you know what I mean? So being on a job every day, if I seen something arise, or even if I assumed that something was arising, if I thought they was going to do anything underneath of the table, anything slick, or the company or the people or my representatives or or my group or my union body and anything. I'll be right on top of it because they couldn't out-slick me, you know what I mean? I've been slick all my goddamn life, so being right there and being on top of the situation and knowing yang when I hear it and knowing bullshit when I see it, that I could address it right away, you know what I mean, in any manner that was necessary, whether it had to be physical, verbal, or anything else that came up, you know what I mean. I dealt with it, and I got a lot of respect for being like that, you know, all my life. And all these people down there respected me because they knew I was a straight shooter, you know what I mean. I was all fucked up and my character defects, but hey, I was a pretty good guy, you know what I mean. I was straightforward. I could address any problem and talk about any problem that somebody had because I had a bunch of my goddamn self. So anyway, you know, this is my second day off from down there, and hey, I'm just buying time now. The children's off in school, and I'm just riding around. I had my morning hit, my morning short dog, as for say, and I'm just waiting until 9 o'clock. You know, everything is stopping around 9 o'clock now, right? So 9 o'clock do happen to come along, you know what I mean? I'm sitting down in Kaiser lot. It's 10 minutes to 9. I get places a little early. I'm kind of prompt when it comes to being somewhere. And so I makes it on down to Kaiser. I'm sitting in the parking lot about 10 minutes to 9. Getting all this yang together, you know what I mean? I got to put on my best act that I've ever put on in my goddamn life now, you know what I mean? The act I laid over at the Veterans Administration, that was a little too highly dramatic over there. Now I got to smooth these rough edges out and tell these white boys what they want to hear all over again, but don't be so raw with it, you know what I mean? So I'm all pumped up now, you know what I mean? I got my stomach halfway settled. And my daughter's fixed a little tuna fish to carry to lunch, and I forced a little tuna fish and a toast sandwich down my gut and chased it with the short dog. So I'm pretty stable now. I'm not stable in the sense of a level stable, but I'm stable enough to function and to talk to these people. I got to run this shit down too. So all right, I'm in Kaiser now. You know what I mean? How you doing, Mr. Gray? And bam, bam, won't sit down, fill these paperworks out. They had a bunch of forms, you know what I mean? When you go through these kind of changes, you got to fill out your goddamn life history, it seems like, in there, you know what I mean? So I'm sitting down there with the clipboard, 4 or 5 of these old forms. I asked you a lot of old idiotic questions to me at the time. They was a bunch of bullshit, but how you feel, what you done, what you use, how long you been using, where you work at, is you married, how many children you got, what type of chemicals have you ever had, what type of chemicals you ever used, when the last time you used them, and what the amount of time you've been using them, when the last time you had it, have you ever had tuberculosis, cancer, you know, the regular old goddamn bullshit when you enter in one of these goddamn programs, if any of you out there that ever did, and you out there, anybody being a drug addict, alcoholic, I know you might can relate with all this kind of shit I'm talking about, but hey, it was a long out, drawn out process. Now it's about 9, it's just 10 o'clock, sort of 10, around 10:10 or something like that, because it took me down there an hour and a half to figure out most of the shit to even write down on this goddamn paper and try not to express too hard like I made that mistake before over at the Veterans Administration. So, all right, now the counselor's got me in there. She's reviewing all my paperwork now, making sure I done filled out all the shit that I supposed to fill out, you know what I mean? And before she can relate it in there to this doctor, you know what I mean? And so we go through the paperwork. I got everything filled out pretty good. Luckily this time I guess one of these old sisters, you know what I mean, old black girl, you know. So I feel a little bit more comfortable with her. I don't know why at the time, but I just do, you know what I mean? And she seemed to be down to earth. She was a pretty attractive old girl. Like I say, I was rapping. I always could lay down some good shit to a woman, you know what I mean? So, like, you know, I'm really laying it down on her, you know what I mean? I got her looking at me and realizing that, hey, I need help and that I'm seeking for some help. And, you know, she's going ahead and talk to this white boy, and she's going to let these people know that she thinks that her recommendation that I need some help, that I be not admitted to this outpatient, and I've come into this, that they allow me to come into the inpatient situation, you know. So, okay, she comes on back and says, no, the doctor want to see you, you know, Mr. Gray. So I said, okay, hon, that's cool, you know. So I goes in there to the doctor now, right? He's an old dude, you know. So now, you know, this is my last pitch here, boy. You got to hit a home run this time. You can't be jiving because this is it right now. Besides that mental institution that the Veterans Administration was telling me about. And, so okay, here I go. Now I'm sitting on the table. He got all his old instruments out, and checking my heart and looking up my ears and up my nose and all this old kind of shit, right? So, what's wrong with you, Mr. Gray? I lay it on down. I'm depressed. I'm homicidal. I'm suicidal. You know what I mean? I'm stressed out. The job is weighing me down. You know, my wife wants me to go in the hospital. I even got some good lies now. I done laid up in the bed all that night before and thought about this lie. You know, I'm gonna throw this in there. My wife wants me to go in the hospital. She said I'm drinking too much. We're getting a lot of arguments. And I'm getting children can't stand me no more, and the job is wearing me down. And hey, I just need some help, Doc. I'm just a drug addict. I'm just an alcoholic. You know what I mean? I ain't stressing on that old boogie action no more. You know what I mean? Because I see now that this chemical dependency thing is basically surrounded around AA, you know what I mean, Alcoholic Anonymous and stuff like that. You know, they ain't too down with that heroin and that cocaine too tough, you know what I mean? A little cocaine, but you got to be, you know, you got to lay it on and real easy, you know what I mean? You can't be in a desperate state of mind as I was in down at the Veteran Administration because they shy away from me because, you know, you kind of a risk to the health plan or to whatever the hell they got going on down there. So I tell her me and the wife ain't getting along, and she said if I don't get no help that she gonna leave me and take my children away from me and expose me on the job that I'm an alcoholic and yeah, I just need some help, Doc. So he's a pretty good old white dude, a little older than me, seemed to be about 45 or 50, you know, and like he said, well, okay, I'm gonna call over to the hospital and see if I can get you a bed, Mr. Gray. And so hey, you know, I'm excited inside. You know what I mean? I'm still sad. You know, got a couple of them old crocodile tears rolling down my eyes. I learned a long time ago that sometimes work. You know what I mean? Especially when you're trying to get a little sympathy. You know. And hey, the crocodile tears rolling down. He said, well, you know, you sit here and wait a minute, Mr. Gray, and get yourself together. And I'm gonna call over here to the chemical dependency clinic and see can I get you a bed, you know what I mean? So hey, as he leave the room, you know what I mean? I'm celebrating in a big sense of the words, you know what I mean? Hey, I done got over. Goddamn, I'm gonna get some help. Woo-wee. All praise go to the Lord. Jesus, thank you, Lord. My mama prayers and my prayers have finally been answered, you know what I mean? 2 days of working this shit and trying to get some help, I finally got some. Good God Almighty. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. You know I need it, Lord. I was at my last leg, you know what I mean? I was on the last link, Lord. I was close to death this time, you know what I mean? And I was remorsing inside of my own sick ass, even my sick ass mind was remorsing, you know what I mean? Boy, you're gonna be all right. Just hang on in here right now, boy. You're gonna be all right. Help is on its way. It's okay, come Doc. He coming back in the room. He got a little country boy smile on his face. I know he got some help for me, you know what I mean? So I'm just sitting there in the chair. Mr. Gray, can you make it to the hospital right now? I had my head down like I was still crying, you know what I mean? So I popped my head up and looked at him in his eyes. I said, right now, it's 1 o'clock now in the evening, you know? I said, right now? I said, Doc, I can't go to no hospital right now. I said, my wife don't even know I'm ready to go in the hospital right now. I said, my children in school, so I got to get things straight on the job, you know what I mean? But hey, I didn't lay all this kind of shit on this man. I didn't convince this man that he got to help me so good that he wanted to help me right now. But I ain't willing to accept no help right now, you know what I mean? I ain't mean to lay it on him like that right now, but this is the impression I get, and I was willing for, I need some help right now. So he goes over there and tells me he's going to make this phone call to see can he get me some help, and he comes back with the help. He on this old sick-ass mind of mine and say, man, you can't help me now. I can't go in no hospital right now. What you mean right now? Oh, Mr. Gray, you act like you got to have some help, and we're going to help you right now. So hey, whoa, man, Doc. Hey, man. Hey, I can't stand no help right now, yo. I got to go home and tell my wife that I got to go in the hospital and got to tell the children I got to go in the hospital and got to call the job up and tell them I'm stressed out and I'm going to be checking into the hospital and get me a little medical leave and all that kind of shit. You know what I mean, Doc? I said, you know, you can back that shit up till tomorrow, can't you, yo? And like, you know, oh, wait a minute. Okay, I got to go back and call these people up and tell them you ain't coming. So I'm just sitting there now. He done jumped up and got back on the telephone now, you know, calling over to the chemical dependency clinic. Tell these people I'm not coming over there today because I got a lot of business to take care of before I'll be over there. So he says, when can you make it, Mr. Gray? I said, I can be over there at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning and check in. So he comes back, goes back over there to the telephone, tell these people what I said, and they say, okay, well, you let them know they don't drink too much and try not to come in here heavily sedated under anything, you know what I mean? So, hey, he comes back and say, no, man, Mr. Gray, you got it going on, man. You can check in tomorrow, you know. Hey, I grabbed this old white man, hugged him, you know what I mean? Thank you, Doc. Thank you, Doc. And I'm busting out that clinic now, you know what I mean? I'm happy. I got some goddamn help, and help is on the way, you know what I mean? You only got a little while to hang on, Leroy. You know, you can hang on for this little bit of time, you know what I mean? So I bust on back to the pad. Telephone's still on, because the deadline for it to get cut off ain't happening yet, you know what I mean? So I get on the phone and talk to Mama. You know, hey, Mom, I'm checking in the hospital, and all this and all that, you know what I mean? She said, thank the Lord, my prayers been answered, and bam, wham, wham, bam, boom. And hey, in the meantime, Lily calls me up while I'm in the house that evening. I got me old short dog here. I gotta have me another short dog for I won't run down and try to get no boogie or nothing. You know what I mean? If I won't run out here and rob nobody or do something silly to mess up this goddamn appointment I got tomorrow to go in the hospital. So I'm gonna nurse this wine till I get some help, you know what I mean? So, like I say, Lily called up here checking on the girls, you know, since she's been gone. She checks on the girls every other day or so, you know. So I tells Lily what's happening, you know. Hey, baby, come on back in my life, you know what I mean? I'm going to get some help, and I need you to watch over these girls for me while I go get some help. Mama going to send me some money to pay these bills and catch these bills up. Come on back to me, baby, and give me one more try at this. You know, when I get out the hospital, if you don't want to stay here, you know, you can go back out where you was at. You know what I mean? I knew she was over one of her girlfriend's house because she ain't got no family out here in California and all that old kind of stuff. So it wasn't hard for me to figure out that she was over one of her friend's house. You know what I mean? So she says, okay, you know what I mean? I'll be back over there tomorrow morning. You know, what time you got to be there? And hey, like I say, I'm feeling goddamn good now because I'm going to get some help. You know, I really don't give a fuck if she comes back into my life or not. But I need her here right now to take care of these children, to show you how my mind's still sick and the same. She was gone, so what? You know what I mean? But I just still needed somebody in my life to watch over my beautiful girls. You know what I mean? Couldn't go in the hospital and leave these children here unattended like that because they're all children. So, you know, they're pretty big girls and all that shit, but they're still children. They still think like them. So she comes on back the next morning. I lays in the bed that night, you know, and getting myself together, you know, drinking my short dog, feeling pretty good. I feel a little bit better now. I'm still still insane as just as sane as ever. And, hey, I'm just zipping on my short dog, you know what I mean? I can't wait for tomorrow to come. Tomorrow can't come soon enough. I can't even fall out. I can't even pass out because I ain't got enough money in my pocket now to get enough wine to even pass out. But I got enough to nurture me on through tomorrow morning, you know what I mean? So, hey, here tomorrow pops up. Woo-wee. Goddamn. Same time as normal, you know what I mean? You know my routine by now. I ain't got to repeat that no more, but, hey, I get up and get my old thing, you know what I mean? I'm little, she knocks on the door about 7, 8 o'clock that morning after one of her girlfriends or whoever dropped her off. It didn't make me no goddamn difference. I was just glad to see her, for she can check me in this hospital and take this goddamn L dog of mine so I can get everything together. So I told the children and everything, now Daddy gonna get some help. They pretty glad and pretty sad at the same time, you know what I mean? I let them stay out of school, so I think that's why they more was glad, because I let them take me over to the hospital, you know what I mean? And hey, me little children commenced to riding on down to the job, you know? Gets down to the job, go upstairs and talk to the big man. With me being a shop steward, I got open door policy. I go speak to the vice president. I don't talk to none of them peons on the ground level with me, right? I tell them I got a problem. I got Lily right beside me, you know. I say due to my stress and me and my wife having a little domestic quarrels and a lot of this and a lot of that. I'm stretched out, man, and I've been admitted to the hospital, and I need a 21-day leave of absence or medical leave, as I put it at that time. And hey, it ain't no thing. I'm a good employee, you know what I mean? Hey, know what I mean? Take all the time you need. Show them where I'm at, let them know what hospital I'm in, and if they want any verifications, they can, you know, call over there and check on it. You know, hey, wasn't no hardship at all to lay this down. I already knew it wasn't going to be, but just had to go about and do it myself to know that them loose ends on that end was squared away. Wham! I'm running down the steps from the job now. I got that squared away. got all my clothes packed and got my suitcase in the car. Now I'm on the road to recovery. This is what this tape is all about. The road to recovery, and it was a long goddamn road. I've been on this microphone now and already finished one tape, which is an hour both ways. So that's an hour. Now I'm working on the second tape. It's almost almost an hour that one is used up. And hey, I'm on this long road to recovery, as I stated in the beginning of this tape. So here I go, you know what I mean? I'm going to Kaiser. I'll never forget this place as long as I live. Kaiser Chemical Dependency Clinic. It's over on Main Street, Main and Sepulveda. So here I go checking in, I got my girls with me, I got Lily with me, you know what I mean? I got a big pretty black suitcase and 6-7 nice outfits of clothes to put in there, because I know I'm going to be in there for 7 to 10 days, you know what I mean? Hey, I'm feeling a little bit good about myself right now, because I don't need nothing but some help, you know what I mean? I can just go ahead and dry up and come on out here and be able to cope with things again. Once the finance get here about Tuesday or Wednesday, whenever they get here, get the bills caught up. I already informed Lily that Mama was sending me some money, and we get the bills caught up, and hey, I get a little level over here than I had at that particular time, and hey, I was used to recovering, you know what I mean? But not like this, I never tried to recover like this before, because like I say, I didn't diagnose my recoveries for over 26 years, and hey, I just got in a rut that I couldn't get out of that time, so I'm feeling pretty good about Leroy again, you know what I mean? Wham, I'm into the clinic now. Hey, I meet the staff, and they look at me and show him a room, old semi-private room, old $5,000 facility they got. $5 million facility they got down there in Carson. Brand spanking new semi-private rooms, all the foods you can eat, and meals 3 times a day, and good counselors and medications for your stomach, and vitamins, and exercise in the morning, and all these old group meetings, and it just was an excellent program to get into, you know what I mean? And hey, I'm glad, you know what I mean? I'm sick and tired of it, but I want to really stop this shit, you know what I mean? The word recovery finally meant something to me, you know what I mean? I'm going to recover for real. I'm going to take full advantage of this opportunity here. So as days went on in the intake patient, I got to feeling better and got to eating a little bit more and getting 3 squares down my stomach every day and sleeping at a certain time and going to meetings and expressing my feelings and listening to these people talk about me and get down to the root of my problem. And then I realized as I was sitting there listening to all these people analyze my life and my problems and all that hey, it's no longer no addiction that I got, you know what I mean? I'm like, I thought I was an addictive type of person, you know what I mean? I thought I was what you call a Roman, you know what I mean? I did what people in Rome did. If I stayed in Rome and they were picking up shit every day, all day long, I eventually start picking up shit because I thought I was just a habit-prone type of person, you know what I mean? Now I'm sitting there listening to all these white and these black people and these Orientals tell me that I'm not no goddamn Roman, that I'm an alcoholic and I got an illness. I scratch the top of my head, on the side of it, and turn the side of my eye and start looking at these people out the side of my eyes, you know what I mean? As we say on the street, I can't accept this kind of shit. What you mean I got an illness? I'm just thinking I'm an addictive type of person. All these people tell me you was sick. You was insane. And that was a hard pill for me to swallow, you know what I mean? I'm just getting half of it down in my throat now. I've accepted it, but I haven't swallowed that whole goddamn pill yet. But now, there's some heavy shit here, man. Nobody never told me no shit like this before. Or if they did tell it to me, I didn't pay no goddamn attention to it because I didn't want to hear that apparently because I'd never heard that before. Norman, you ain't sick. You ain't got no alcohol. You ain't got no alcohol problem. You got an illness. You got the illness called alcoholism. And this thing rooted way back in your life. Good God Almighty, I had to go to bed that night and I had to just sit there and analyze this old sick person to death. I mean, I thought I was just plain old crazy or insane, you know what I mean? But I was insane and crazy all these years because I had this problem. And they finally brought it all up to the surface, you know what I mean? That this was a real live problem that I've been having for a long time. That I was going to have to come to grasp with this problem. Hey, and right now today, I'm coming to grass with it. I done completed that 7 day intake. So, like I say, now I'm in 4 or 5 days is in inpatient thing. You know what I mean? And every day we have a lot of group meetings and see a lot of counselors and a lot of psychologists and all of that. You know, it's very excellent staff. They're very professional down there, and it really gets to the root of the problem. And I'm beginning to accept the fact that I have an illness now instead of just a lot of bunch of problems. You know what I mean? And all my problems revolves around this illness that I've what's the word they use, that I have been dealing with. You know what I mean? And I'm accepting it. I'm finally accepting the fact. You know, and so I'm in my fifth, sixth day now, and they telling me they're gonna kick me out of this intake and they're gonna put me on this outtake program. You know what I mean? But hey, I'm physically well now. You know, I'm looking a little bit better. My color's coming back. My stomach is settled down, and hey, I'm still a little jittery and a little confused on all this problem and all this illness kind of concept. But hey, I'm willing to go through anything. Anything is better than what I've been through.